Welcome to part 2, using the online databases for your information literacy assignment. Part 1, I showed you the research organizer or the template that you'll complete for your 3 sources for your information literacy assignment. You're going to complete one of these forms for an academic journal, one of these forms on a newspaper or magazine, and one of these forms for an ebook. So today what I want to do is show you how to actually find this information so you can complete the form using the online databases. So if you go to the Northlake College homepage and click on the library link, it will bring you to the library homepage, and you're going to go to the left-hand side and you'll see a link for online databases. Click that link and you're going to have to sign in. The Dallas Community College District pays for the online databases, so you have to put in your first and last name here, and then you'll put in your student ID, and this verifies that you're a student of the district. Once you do that, you're going to click on the submit button. This brings you to the actual online database page in the library. And although there are many databases that you can choose from, because we're just starting you out and introducing you to the online databases, we want you to start with Academic Search Complete, which is a very general, good online database you can use for just about any research topic. So click on Academic Search Complete. You come to a page that has a search box, and you have all this other information which you can just leave as is. It's all set for you. So all you need to do is enter your keywords or enter your research question. If you remember from part 1, my research question was, is global warming significant? Is it a significant problem? And so my keywords could be global warming and problem, or I could actually put my actual question, is global warming a significant problem? And then I put that in there and I click on the search box. What I'm going to be doing is looking at a bunch of articles, and you can see the 13th article that I found when I was working on this was something that I thought could really help me. A reason to believe, examining the factors that determine individual views on global warming. I'm trying to find out if it's a significant problem, so that sounds like a topic that would help me. So I am going to start with my academic journal, and you can see right here in Academic Search Complete, it gives me a little icon, so I know that this is an academic journal, and that's one of the sources I need to find. A lot of the information on my research organizer is right here. I can see here is the names of the 2 authors. Here is the name of the source, the Social Science Quarterly. Here is the date. It's a good date, September 2010, when I'm evaluating my source. That's information that I need to provide, and it seems like it wouldn't be that long ago, and it would still be good information. So I think this is a good article that I would be able to use, and I can read here some more details about the article, and it even confirms my thoughts that this would really help me to find out more about global warming and if it's a true problem or not. So the first thing I'm going to do, instead of going into the full text and reading the article, I'm going to click on the name of the article to get some more details. And when I do that, once again, I see the author's names, I find the source, the Social Science Quarterly, and I could click on these to find out more details about my source or about my authors. I would also go down to the bottom and I would find an abstract, which is a summary about the article, and it would give me some of the information that I would need. I might not even have to go into the full text of the article. I might be able to tell from the information on these 2 pages that this information would be really good for to answer my research question. When you're in an academic online database, most of the time on the right-hand side, you would see a tools button, and there's 2 tools I want you to be aware of. If you're looking up information in your class and you think you found an article but you don't have time to complete the academic research organizer, the template, and really evaluate the article, you should email this article to yourself And then when you had more time in the evening or on the weekend, you could then look at it further, read the information, evaluate it, and fill out your research organizer. But having the article, you would be able to be saving yourself time. The second tool I wanted to show is the citation button. As you remember in the research organizer, you need to be able to write down that bibliographic information, the citation, to show where you received this information from. So if you click on this Cite button, the research online databases help you so much because it actually puts down the citation information in the order that you want it in the format, and we are requesting you to use the MLA format. So all you would have to do here is copy and paste this actual MLA format and place it right on your research organizer right here. That's why it's really helpful to take your research organizer and place it on your desktop. And when you're doing this research, you would be able to copy and paste a lot of information as you find it. You can see that the information that you need on this research organizer, we just looked at on that article. We saw the database that we used was Academic Search Complete. I would copy and paste my citation information here. I would start evaluating the article. So I found out the date the article was published. Is it relevant? Well, it sounds like it's relevant because it's asking about the different effects people have or different thoughts on global warming. And then is the author an authority? We would have to Google those authors or click into them to find out some more information about them. So we would go through the research organizer and we would fill out all the different questions, and then we would have our academic journal complete. So now what we would be doing is looking for a magazine or a newspaper article. That's the second source that we're going to find to answer our research question. Honestly, you can use Academic Search Complete again because it has so many great resources in this general database. So let's go into Academic Search Complete. We're going to put the same information, our question, in the search box. And when I look again, my sixth article that comes up is called False Hope. And it says the article discusses the misunderstanding about a pause in global warming in the 21st century. He argues that the term global warming pause is a misnomer and that the Earth's temperature is still rising. Well, that sounds like that could still help me with my research question. I can see that this is a periodical. That means it's a magazine or newspaper. So that would help me with my second source. Again, I can see the name of the author is here. I can see the name of my source, Scientific American, which is a magazine. I can find out when it was published, April 2014, which is excellent. And this is all information I need for my research organizer to evaluate this article, to see if it was good if I was really writing a paper. So I could click on the full text of this article, but first what I would always do is click on the name of the article, False Hope. Because on the second page, again, just as we saw with the academic journal, I'm going to look at my abstract information. I'm going to get more information about my article to help me decide, is this information that will help me? And I can click on some of these areas to answer the questions for evaluating the article. So for an example, if I look at the end of my article, I can find here some information about Michael Mann. He's a distinguished professor of meteorology at Pennsylvania State University and contributed to the International Panel of Climate Change that received the 2007 Nobel Peace Prize. He's definitely an authority on global warming. So I could copy and paste this information and place it right into my research organizer under authority. If I keep looking, I can click on Scientific American and I can find out some information about this source. And so I would be able to find out that this is a magazine that has articles from scientists. They do research on different reports, and they edit it for the interest of laymen. And laymen are people that aren't scientists, like you and me, that would be able to read this article and understand it. So here is information that I would just copy and paste about Scientific American, and I would put under my evaluation area right on my research organizer. Now, I don't have to keep using Academic Search Complete, although I think you could probably find those two sources easy using Academic Search Complete. I just want to show you another one, Opposing Viewpoints, really quickly. So you could go back to the online database page, click on Opposing Viewpoints, and Opposing Viewpoints is a great source that gives you pros and cons about different topics, and that might help you with your research question. If you click on Browse Issues, and you see all these different topics come up, I would find the one that's on global warming, and I would click it, and I would find a summary about my topic of global warming, and I would look down here to find either an academic journal or a newspaper or magazine article and go through the same reading and information to complete my research organizer and evaluate whichever of the sources that I'm looking for at that time. Again, you can see this has a Tools button, and in the Tools button you would have a citation and an email information. Now, when you're looking for an ebook, if you go back to the online database page, you can see another link called eBooks and Apps. So instead of clicking on online databases, go to eBooks and Apps. And if you click on this link, you'll see ebook collections. I think the best two to start with are either EBSCO Host or Gale Virtual Reference Library. You can click on either of those, put in the search box the same information about your research question, and then complete your research organizer exactly like we did with our other two sources that I just showed you. Once you have those three sources completed, you're going to take one of them and turn it into an annotated bibliography. It's the same information that's on your research organizer, but it's just organized in paragraph format. So on the top of the page, you would put research question, is global warming a significant problem? You would choose one of your articles and you would put the citation information, you would copy and paste it right on here, and then you would put some information in paragraph format. You would first summarize the article in 2 or 3 sentences. You would tell me about the credibility and the authority about the source and the author. And then you would tell me how you would use your research if you were ever writing a paper on this topic. And you can actually find that on the last question on your research organizer. Once you have your annotated bibliography completed, you're finished your assignment and you're ready to submit it. You're going to actually submit 4 sheets of paper, 4 handouts. One is the research organizer from an academic journal. The second one is from a newspaper or magazine, a periodical. The third is an evaluation of your ebook on the research organizer, and then you're going to take one of those 3 and create one annotated bibliography. Everyone should have a copy of the rubric which tells you how many points you get for each part of this assignment, and whether your instructor gives this to you as a hard copy or you can go into eCampus and look that information up. Make sure you know how you can get the best grade by reading your rubric. If you have any questions about this assignment, realize you can email your instructor or ask them in class. You can go to the Northlake College Library and ask a librarian. They're very familiar with the Northlake College EDUC 1300 research project. And if you're working in groups, ask your group members. Again, if you have questions, email your instructor. If you have any other questions and we can help you in any other way, please make sure you ask your instructor about it. I hope that helps you understand how to use your online databases when you're evaluating a research question.